Hi everyone, today I wanted to take a little bit of time to explain why I'm a little bit scared of Destiny 2 Final Shape. This video could be seen as me just reading too much into things that really aren't within my power or within anything I can do anything about. Or it could just be seen as me looking at a place that I have called my main game, my home, for the last 7 years, and looking at why I'm a little bit scared of it. So we'll see going into this how I sort of view the final shape, what is going to be happening, and how I'm both equally scared and excited for it. It's no secret that I am a pretty huge Destiny player. I have 8,000 hours clocked into Destiny 2 since launch, and I have played many an hour of Destiny 1. I love Destiny. This is in no way me saying that the final shape is gonna be bad or anything like that. It's me saying that my faith hasn't fully been restored yet, more or less. Because you see, Into the Light, the newest update to Destiny, has been amazing. It's reintroduced some of my favorite content, including Wisp of the Worm, including Outbreak Perfected, and of course including the Pantheon, my newest favorite activity in the game, which is essentially this gauntlet of raid encounters, where you go from one raid encounter to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, and that unfortunately isn't sticking around though. Which is a little bit of a weird move on Bungie's part, as Pantheon is one of those things that has serious big dick factor. It is one of those things where you have a really hard set of encounters and you get rewarded some raw cosmetics for doing them. I think Pantheon should stick around for that reason. It's a skill test. It is a way for people who really want to get into Destiny to prove that they're really good at the game, who does do day one raiding and all of that sort of stuff, and runs Grandmaster and considers that like the true endgame content, right? Has a chance to really shine. And the thing is, with Destiny 2 especially, with Final Shape, is that Bungie has a chance to increase that big dick factor in a lot of ways, and they seemingly kinda are. I think Into the Light was a big proof that Destiny has room for exactly that, for more than just once a year. The thing with Into the Light is that it has a lot of big dick factor, and it has it in multiple areas, and I just sort of want to talk about that as well. Because you see, Into the Light has onsalught. Onsalught, like I explained last time in the last video I made on Destiny, has these very shiny, very rare weapons. These weapons are, as I said, super rare, super hard to get. The drop chances are super low, and once Into the Light is over, that's it, you can't get them anymore. Now, these don't affect your gun at all practically. They have 2 sets of perks instead of 1 set of perks, which means that technically speaking you have more choice on one gun, you don't need to pull them around, but that's also about it. There's no power advantage directly to it, especially not after the nerfs, fix, whatever, to the envious cascade point setup people were using. So that also means that, unfortunately, a lot of the really in-game functionality of them has gone down. So now you are just grinding because it's rare, because it's cool to have something not everybody has. And I think that is fucking dope. That's also why Pantheon is fucking amazing, because it is at the end of the day cosmetics you are grinding for when you're grinding out Pantheon. A whole lot of the people that I know that raid regularly don't grind Pantheon out, believe it or not, for the raid exotic. They're more or less just doing it to get that sweet emblem. And I think that's a really good place to sort of start off, right? Because you see, now the thing is, we don't know how the future will look for Destiny beyond Final Shape. It doesn't have any plans. We don't know what will happen to Destiny, factually. We don't know if there's gonna be another big expansion, if Bungie just gonna start doing these episodes instead of expansions and just do episode to episode to episode to episode, or like what the fuck is gonna happen. And that is a little bit scary as somebody who's made this game his lifeblood for the past 7 years. I love Destiny. I do. I genuinely do. It's not to say that Destiny is perfect. It has its fault. It has its many faults, and least of which is not just the player base, but also just in general how Bungie has treated us over the years. The monetization being off the fucking rockers, and the fact that a lot of the really good looking cosmetics are locked behind a paywall. Like, there are issues in Destiny, but there's still not a game out there like Destiny, unfortunately. There isn't that first-person shooter MMO game. It doesn't exist outside of Destiny. And I have decided that I want to stick around for at least a year after Final Shape, I think. After that, I don't know. But it's not a thing where I feel like quitting it is just quitting a game, right? Because an MMO, a game like Destiny where you do sink time into, I think most people end up with a few hundred hours in Destiny who like play for at least a little bit and start raiding or whatnot. They find friends, they find people through the game. And the thing is, the scary part about quitting Destiny is also quitting that social aspect. It's the fact that the majority of my friends play Destiny now because I met them through Destiny. So me quitting Destiny feels like me also quitting a lot of those friend circles, which is really scary. And it's why seeing a game like Destiny for me dying, like when you see Destiny dying, you see all of these videos pop up and how badly Destiny is doing, especially from November to like until Into the Light this year. It's why that was really scary to me. It's because, you know, you see your friends quit the game and you know for a lot of them you won't be talking to them again. Because that's just the way the internet works, you know, we move on. And it's alright, it's not bad. It's just to say that the death of an MMO, especially something if you are really invested into it, is a little bit scary. I have seen that happen before. The last game I invested my time into, that little lore dump about me, was WildStar. I loved WildStar. WildStar was fucking cool and it has some really unique ideas that I really enjoyed. But that game fucking perished. And I can't even play it anymore because NCSoft nuked it. And whereas a game like Wayfinders has given us the option to just download the game down and play it as a single player game and host our own things, NCSoft at the time didn't. I think, and this is another part of this video, is also just talking about this, right? Because I think that MMOs, that live service games, and that everything else should be, when they die, when the service dies, they should be given out as a, you know, single player game to the people who purchased it. That way, we can ensure that you can still play your games in the future. And that's one of the most important things out there, because a game like The Crew, or like any of these other games that Ubisoft has released that are like live service, are starting to die out. The Accursed Farm YouTube channel has a really good video on it, and actually also started a petition to stop publishers from killing your games, because you pay for these games. This is the equivalent of you paying for a product and then the owner, the developer of that product, coming in with a sledgehammer to destroy it. Not only does it destroy your product, it also outright destroys, and that is the more unfortunate part, the history that the game has to offer. Because especially every online game, has a form of history. There are people in it and it becomes its own ecosystem. And I think it's a shame to see these games just die out with no way to play them. I think with every live service game, there should be offered a way to, you know, play by yourself. Because if there isn't, that means that those stories that are told within the games themselves, are gone. We can't learn from them anymore. We can't experience them again if we wanted to. And that's a shame. Especially considering the fact that you actually paid for the privilege to have your shit taken away. And now that's another thing. I want this video to sort of also be a call for people to go and sign on to the Accursed Farm petition, to get out there and stop developers and publishers from destroying your games, from destroying your products. And I'm gonna link to the Accursed Farm video down in the description so you can, you know, go and check it out, because I think this is legitimately important from a perspective of I want to play my games 10 years from now. I want my kids to be able to experience the same games that I did if they feel like it. Because all of these games are good in their own right. And the thing is, even if they aren't good, I think even bad ideas deserve to exist and deserve to be learned from. Even things like therefor, which is fucking ass, deserves to be a thing that they can learn from. And by just removing it from existence, we aren't learning from anything. And obviously, yes, I am scared that that will happen to Destiny too. Because at some point, Destiny is gonna be 20 years old. We are playing another game, Destiny is slowly dying, and people just aren't as interested anymore. And the thing is, at that point, Bungie likely just shut off the lights and not give us any way to experience or play or be around Destiny anymore. And I think that's a shame. I want to be able to gather up my boys 30 years from now and run Last Wish. I want to be able to run Scourge of the Past again. because that should absolutely be illegal to just take away your content like that. And I know this comes across as me whining about something that happened years ago, especially with the Bungie stuff. But I think in general, the very simple reality is that just provide people a way to play it, a way to access that content. That would be nice. And I know some of it is coming back. There has been leaks, and I'm not going to go into anything, but I am going to say some old content is returning in the year of the final shape, if the leaks are to be believed. And I don't know if I like that a lot, but it is what it is, and at the end of the day, I don't mind it. I just think it's a shame that the time period from like 2017 when Destiny 2 launched until like 2019 is just lost. All the seasonal content, the menagerie, the forges, SOTP, Leviathan, all the raid layers in Leviathan and Crown, they're all just gone. There are no way to experience them. And I think that's a shame, because they did have really unique stories and ideas and loot and whatnot to experience. And I want people to get to experience that when they buy a game. And it's the same thing for any of these other games. I don't think we should have that like taken away of content or whatever. I think it should be a more stable environment when you're buying a game. Game ownership should be a thing, and you should own the content that you buy. Anyway, that's just a little bit of a rant for me. I'm sorry this video was a little bit more rumbly than it usually is and a little bit more weird and complaining. But the reality is, right now I'm in my finals timeline. Like, I am finishing up my final school project. I'm planning a bunch of videos. So I haven't really gotten around to Sekiro. I'm also playing Revolution. And I'm planning to stream a bit of Destiny come final shape here on the channel. So I have a bunch of plans, but I haven't really gotten around to do anything. I have some new videos in the works as well. So I hope you'll stick around for that, and I hope you'll enjoy it. Thank you all so much for listening to me rumble about Destiny for a little bit. I'm gonna go back into the light, especially with the buffs coming soon. And I'm gonna have myself a good time, because I still love this game. So I'll see you all Starside. Thank you all so much for watching. You don't have to do anything, just your company is more than enough. The fact that you wanted to spend your time with me in something that I've created is something I genuinely appreciate. Thank you a lot, and I'll see you all later.